So, good morning world. My name is Stephen Walker and welcome to A Walker in the Woods. Say good morning to my cat, young goat. We're just chilling here in the morning. This is Thursday, the 24th. And I just finished a morning class online. And now I have the next, well, from now until Monday morning, I have free time. So looking at the weather, it looks very, very clear and beautiful. And so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take a road trip. And I'm going to take this GoPro along and hopefully show you a bit of Korea. My plan is that I'm going to head west today to a place called Malipo, and that's where it's a little bay on the west coast. They call it Maliponia, which is kind of a play on words, California, Maliponia, and I'll show that to you later today. They've got a sign. It's kind of a surf spot on the west coast. Korea is not really known for good surfing, but I do have a surfboard over here. It is a foam surfboard, so it's nothing extremely impressive, but it does work. And looking on my phone, I have it's called Wind Finder, and it tells me what the waves are. And today it's going to be nothing, 0.2 meter, which basically means there's not going to be any waves. But I'm going to strap the board on top of my car today anyways. I've got a tent in my car and take a cooler along, and I'm going to do a road trip as cheap as possible. Probably either sleeping in my tent or in my car if I can't find a spot along the way. But the plan is I'm going to go west to Mallipo and then camp there tonight, and then I will drive north of Seoul to a place along the DMZ. If you don't know what the DMZ is, it's the demilitarized zone. That basically separates North Korea and South Korea. There's a place called Imjinggak where you can go without having to have a tour guide. I can drive all the way up there. There's a bridge called Freedom Bridge, and I'll explain that later. And that'll be tomorrow. And then I'll head east to the east coast to a place called Sokcho, a beautiful eastern city on the coast. And then I'll camp somewhere that night. And then I'll drive south to Gangneung, and there's a beach over there called Yangyang Beach, and that's kind of also a famous surf spot. If nothing else, if there aren't any waves, then at least I'll be able to get a paddle in, get in the water, get grounded, and paddling around on a board, even though you don't catch any waves, it's very good exercise for the shoulders, the cardio. And it's becoming quite hot here in Korea, so it can be quite stifling just sitting in the apartment with nothing to do. So I need to get on the open road, sleep under the stars, and I'm American. Road trips are in my blood. So I'm going to get prepared. I'm gonna have a bit of breakfast, and then I'll see you on the open road. Wowzers. It's hot. It's hot already. I may have to camp in my car with the aircon on, I don't know. But it's right at 12 o'clock noon. I'm gonna go wash the car, do a little bit of shopping, and then hit the open road. So we are Mallipo bound shortly. Hiya, just an observation. I'm about 4 kilometers away from Mallipo, but in Korea, on the highways, you really don't see police officers. You don't see the cars very often, and there's a reason. Here, you see that yellow sign? I don't know if I got it or not, but it says photo enhancement or police enforcement. So the cops aren't out physically. I mean, they are here and there, but generally what rules the roads here in South Korea are speed cameras. And if you have one of these in your car, a GPS system, it's going to show you and tell you where the cameras are. But it's also on the roads. There's a big yellow sign that says that there's a photo, I don't remember what it's called, photo enhancement, photo enforcement, speed camera coming up in 300 or 300 meters, 150 meters. And so basically what happens is, you know, people are speeding along the way and their GPS will alert them that a camera's coming up, so they slow down to the speed, which here I think is 70 kilometers an hour. And they slow down, they go under the camera, and then immediately they speed back up. Have I ever been caught? Have I ever been, so here we go, photo enforcement, 300 meters. On the GPS, it's showing me that there's a camera, and there is the camera, so. Kind of interesting. I guess if you're absent-minded, if you're listening to your favorite song or daydreaming, then you might not catch it, and you might speed under one of these cameras, and then basically what happens is you get a ticket in the mail. So there's your observation for driving in Korea. The nice thing is you don't have to worry about speed traps and cops pulling you out and roughing you up. But yeah, we're getting very close to Mallipo now, so I'm not expecting any waves, but I am hoping for some cool water to dip my toes in. It is a Thursday, so hopefully there aren't that many people here, and it is flat as a lake. So what I'm probably going to do is just I don't even know if I'll take the board off the car. I might just go for a swim, relax, get some sunshine, because I need it. But welcome to Mallipo, everybody. We're gonna take a right up here and drive down, and then a little bit later, when it gets cooler, we'll take a walk down this road and show you what it's like. But I've kind of got a favorite spot down at the end of the beach, and hopefully there will be a place to park. And actually, so this is called Maliponia, and there's a sign that's going to be coming up soon that will say Maliponia on it, and it's right up here on the left. And there are surf shops. So there's Maliponia. Here is a Mallipo surfing school, and MLP, Mallipo Surf. I like this shop. They've got good hamburgers and french fries back when I would eat that and drink beer. But these days I really don't do that much. And I'm going to probably park right around here. Perfect. So, welcome to Mallipo. It's a little bay, and there are people out there on boards catching a bit of a little bit of white water. I mean, there's a lot of these days. There's actually quite a few Koreans that are learning how to surf. My students are actually pretty excited about it when we talk about hobbies and what they're going to do. So it's nice to see the Koreans, you know, the younger Koreans. They generally don't go out into the mountains as much as the older people do, but at least they're getting wet. And so regardless of how you get grounded, the important thing is you get grounded. All right. Not too many people out on the beach, actually. It's a beautiful day. Much cooler here than in my apartment. There's a nice breeze coming in off of the sea. And I think I'm gonna go take a dip. So yeah, you know, Mallipo, the beach is whitish, brownish, whitish sand, soft and quite clean. I remember when I first came to Korea many years ago, there was a lot of trash on a lot of these beaches, and I even had a environmental club at the university, and we took a trip with some of the students in the club, went to a beach, cleaned it up, and then had a barbecue with them. It was a day trip, not anything overnight, but Korea has changed significantly for the better. This is a beautiful beach. It's basically a cove that starts all the way at that point, curls in, and comes over to that point, and that is Mallipo. When there's a storm, then the waves actually can get pretty large. And here are two pictures last year that I took, and you can see that there's actually a pretty good shoulder as a wave is considered. You kind of wade and try and ride down a shoulder where the wave breaks. You want to ride down that the face of the wave away from the white water. And the water's actually pretty clear. It's up to my thighs here. Now to my waist. But it feels good. Get grounded. Actually pretty chilly. Oh yeah, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Got a few people over here waiting for the big wave to come. Gonna be waiting a while, probably a couple weeks, because I don't think the wave finder, the website that I showed you earlier, I don't think that there's any waves coming anytime soon. But the important thing is getting wet. You can feel the stress flowing from the body. So I'm gonna take a few laps here, get some exercise in this water, and I'll see you later. One thing the Koreans really dig are these big inner tubes that they pull behind a boat. They've also got the banana boat. And then they have a speedboat. Because most Koreans don't own boats. When I grew up as a young kid in Kansas, there were a lot of lakes, and my brothers would have boats. We go out and ski, fish. But in Korea, most people live in apartments, so there's really no place to store a boat, let alone have one. So the people here make a pretty good killing in the summer, taking people out on rides. But here you go. That says, in Korean, it says Maliponia, surfing. Maliponia, California, Maliponia. 119 in America, it's 911. Over here, this big teepee, that's a hwajangshil. That's where you go take a pee. Take a walk down here. But it's actually a very nice, peaceful, chill place. Over here, we've got some surfboards to rent. Big old foamies. Quite a few of them, actually. Different sizes. Maliponia Surfing School. And as we drove by earlier, this is my favorite spot. This is the MLP Surf. So we got places to sit out here and enjoy the sunshine. Pretty long rhino chasers here. Chill place. So you got a real burger, Hawaiian burger. Pretty sure they've got fish and chips here. Some good ice cream. And some cold beer. I've talked to the dude that owns this place before, and he used to surf in California. I'm pretty sure that he did some contest surfing. He's been to Hawaii. So, you know, Korea is not well known for its surfing culture, but little pockets here and there. There are some pretty chill people. And if you catch it on the right day, you got a good wave to ride. This is my favorite spot. It's only about an hour's drive from where I live now. So this is my surf spot on the west coast. The east coast I hear, and we're gonna take a drive there in 2 days and check it out. See what that culture over there on the east side is like, east versus west. But yeah, those are some old boards. Here are some new boards. I'm not sure how much they cost to rent. Stand-up paddleboarding, now that is more popular. SUP, stand-up paddleboard. You can rent a board, I don't know, for $30, $40. Today's a pretty good day to go stand-up paddleboarding, actually. I bought my wife one and she hardly ever used it. It's still sitting in my closet. I should have brought it, but I know that I'm going to be sleeping in my car, so there's not a lot of Now here's a thing that I want to show you. Up here, it says Chuli Gunji. I'm not supposed to go up these stairs, but I'm going to do it anyways. But this is glamping. So Koreans get into glamping. Glam Kyo. So a nice pool here. Water is very warm. And you can rent one of these places. And there you go. Sit outside, have a barbecue indoors. You got air conditioning. A nice bed, probably a refrigerator in there. And it's pretty hot on the old feet, so I'm going to go back down to the beach. Well, that's pretty cool. The Animals, House of the Rising Sun. Wouldn't expect that here in South Korea. Sun's starting to go down. I had a good chill with a book. So no camping or cooking on the beach. Etiquette. Keep your dog leashed. So this might be a problem, actually. I was kind of expecting to cook next to the beach. Now I want to go over here, and I'm not quite sure how to get there. Now they're playing Dire Straits. I tell you, what's Korea come to? You know, back in the day when I first came to Korea, it was the Wild West of the Far East. No rules. People could smoke indoors, sit outside of convenience stores and drink beers all night long. And as I said earlier, this is a beautiful beach, and there's quite a lot of construction going on. Very clean, water's clean, but all that comes at a cost. What's the cost? Rules. More signs, more rules. So which one do you want to take? Do you want to take the cleanliness and all of the rules and signs? You can't park here. You can't cook here. I mean, I get it. You don't want to have 500 people all cooking and leaving their shit all over the beach. But you could, you know, provide trash cans and a service for the people, and I don't know. Freedom lost. These are some steps I'm not going to take you up. I'll meet you at the top. Well, we're gonna see where this path leads to. Everything's kind of roped off. New building is being built on the cliffside over here. And as you can see, all these paths have tape. But this old building has always intrigued me. This is at the point, and this is an ideal. I don't know why someone doesn't renovate this old building. It's made out of stone. Could be a good place to camp, actually. Have to lug my tent up here. I don't know what happened. Maybe it burned down. It looks like it burned down. Yes, it did. Looks kind of like an old, that's a bathroom in there. Ooh. Being barefoot in this isn't the wisest thing probably, but yeah, that's a shame because look at this place. Look at this place. All of this. Everything's roped off. Over there's the beach. I guess those were bathrooms over there in that little building, and then this basically comes around this cove and goes into another bay. But very beautiful up here. And there's just too many rocks to set up a tent in here. I don't really trust that, so may play it safe as this is the first day of a 4-day trip. But pretty special place. See what's around the corner over here before we head back and try and fix something for dinner. I would imagine not many people come up here. That's beautiful. Rocks down below. But this is one of the main reasons why I came out to the coast, because it's been stifling hot in the apartment. Not a lot of airflow. And the temperature now, the breeze is blowing and it's just perfect. Look at that. I know over on this side, I used to paddleboard over here from Mallipo Beach over to this beach, and there is a camping spot over here, but as I said in previous videos, camping in Korea, if you camp at a designated spot, it's basically like a gravel parking lot with maybe wooden platforms that you put your tents on. And it's literally butt cheek to butt cheek. I mean, Koreans have no personal space, personal bubble that Americans like to, you know, preserve. They'll park right next to you if there's 500 spots. Actually, here's a story for you. I went to an E-Mart, which is a big department store here in Korea, and I was there early, and a friend of mine was with me. He was sitting in the passenger seat, and we were the only car in the parking lot, waiting for it to open at probably like 10 o'clock. And then suddenly another car drives into the parking lot. We're talking, and I'm kind of watching this car drive around the parking lot. And then it drives behind me, puts it in reverse, and it reverses into the spot directly behind me. And then guess what happens? They hit me. They backed right into my bumper. And we both look at each other and we're like, did that really happen? And yes, it was a woman, if you were wondering. She was going slow enough that it didn't really cause any damage, and the car I have now is the nicest car I've ever had in Korea, and it's already, I don't know, 10 years old. There's no way that I would buy a brand new car in this country, because within the first week the doors will be dinged. There's just no there's no respect for personal space. It's just too many people and too small of a country. Sunset Cliff Coffee. So, yeah, the sun will be setting soon, so I'm gonna go back down to the beach, look for a spot to cook a steak. And that's one nice thing about meat eaters. It doesn't take a long time to prepare our food. Start a fire, get it hot, throw the steak on there, turn it once, maybe twice, and she's ready to go. So this will be kind of a stealth mission. Look at that old staircase. Fell to Mother Nature. Mother Nature wins again. That bird looks like he has a bad wing. What happened to your wing, dude? You alright? I don't think you're alright. I'll leave you alone though. You guys are alright. So it's a pretty big beach, and over here, beautiful rooms. I'm not sure how much they cost, but again, this road trip is going to be, I'm going to basically pay for gas, and that's it. I brought a cooler full of food. Oh, and water, I guess. I need to buy water. Water and gas. Liquid road trip. But I got my own food, and I'll be sleeping either in a tent or in my car. And I'm all right with that. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people living in their cars, living in their vans. Not down by the river, but all over the country of America, particularly. Some in Europe. Survival, you know. This is a good lesson. This is a good lesson to practice, is how well can you survive with what you have without spending money that you don't need to spend. And still, you can enjoy the beauty that is free. jamming out here with the music. Anyways, I'm gonna head up, take a good look for what I can find a place to cook my food. Up there somewhere. No camping, no cooking, no tent pitching, no fireworks. Be better with Mallipo. All right. So, as the sun is starting to go down, right across the street is kind of an abandoned Shinsei old Bon kitchen with some picnic tables. So I think I'm gonna just go over here. I don't see any signs, so basically this is where we're gonna be cooking. And then I'll bring my food back over here and enjoy the sunset. Old Bon kitchen.
말리포 해수욕장을 찾아주신 시청자 여러분 감사합니다. 말리포 해수욕장의 운영 시간은 오전 10시부터 오후 7시까지입니다. 좋은 물놀이를 위해 운영 시간을 꼭 지켜주시고 안전운전을 해주시기 바랍니다. 이상은 말리포 관광협회에서 안내 말씀.
This is what happens when you don't prepare as much as you thought you did. Forgot my tongs and my salt. But it'll work. Fingers work better than spatulas sometimes. There you go. Gourmet parking lot steak. This is going to be a scramble. And that is a feast. So no, I did not cook. And yes, I'm going to eat here. Pretty yummy, but definitely salt. Salt is needed tomorrow. So I'll take you on a little tour down this street after I finish eating. See what kind of lights get turned on once the sun gets lower in the sky. And then I'm gonna go find a place to camp. Well, that was beautiful. Spent about 30 minutes staring at that sun. Sun gazing. Has anyone out there in YouTube land sun gazed either in the morning or in the evening? It's been a long time since I've done it. They usually say 2 finger, 3 finger on the horizon. The sun is right about that level. That is safe. I've seen other videos where dudes are staring at it when it's directly overhead. I'm not so sure that that one's safe. Some people say that the sun is very different these days than it was in the past when we were growing up. It seems definitely much brighter. A different color maybe, but that just might be the rose-colored glasses of my youth. But I can still see. I stared at that sun for about 30 minutes. I'm not blind. So if we look down here, the lights are actually on in the city of Malipo. So we're going to take a walk down this road, check out the nightlife a little bit, and then I'm going to jump in the car and find a place to camp, or at least park and sleep, and then get on the road sometime in the morning. So let's go check out Malipo at night. So these are kind of cool. This is showers for when you finish surfing or swimming. You got some fresh water to clean your body in the shape of surfboards. It's pretty dead, actually. Rainbow Surf's all locked up. Joe and Parker all locked up. Not a lot of people out here. Of course, it is a Thursday. Tomorrow, I imagine there will be a lot more people. And that'll be the day I'm cutting out and heading north to the DMZ to see if in search of Kim Jong-un, the dear leader's son, supreme leader, or whatever they call him. I have no idea. They sell some surf apparel in there, some wax, some boards, but all the boards here in Korea are expensive as hell. Very difficult to buy something of quality for a good price. Again, as most people here are beginners, there's a lot of foamies, a lot of foam boards. Maliponia surfing. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. All right, here's our Hwajang Shield TP. Ready to go PP. Wanna play with a stick? You know, here. Oh, that's not a stick. What is that? That's a sweet potato. Is that what you're eating? Is a sweet potato? Ew. cats are out catting around already, and it's not even 12 o'clock. There's more cats in the street than there are people. One thing about Korea, though, on the coast, these kind of coastal roads, the restaurants, they're all seafood. Which makes sense. I mean, we're next to the sea. But it just seems like there's a lot of competition. How they can all basically sell the same type of meal. Similar prices. Similar side dishes. I guess they're just counting on a lot of people. To fill the seats. But this is pretty much downtown. This is kind of cool over here. That'd be pretty cool to see the sunset through that waterfall artwork thing, whatever you call it. There's one more street that kind of might be interesting. Over here, games. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 오늘 밤에 사람도 많이 없어요. 내일. Barbecue. It's pretty yummy. Corn dogs. Chicken. 안녕하세요. 먹었어요. 네. 질게 튀김.
새우튀김, 오징어튀김.
얼마예요? 10,000원. 이거 작은 거?
이건 8마리 만.
아, 오케이. 네, 저녁 먹었어요. 그래서 내일 다시 올 거예요. Little ducks. All your ducks in a row. Don't know what you do with them. Stick them in your bathtub. 안녕하세요. These things are pretty popular here in Korea. The punching thing, the hitting thing, claw. Oh, and here is a Viking. The Viking ship. Small little amusement park here for the kiddies. 오징어, 새우, 고구마, 파전, games, balloons. Anyway, I'm gonna hit an E-Mart, maybe get some salt and some water, go to my car, and go find a place to sleep. So check yous later. All right, we're gonna take the beach back. Look at that beautiful night view. I'm gonna stick my ugly face in front of it, but it's a bit humid, but not as hot as it would be in my apartment, that's for damn sure. But look at that. Mother Nature. No television show on earth, not even this one that you're watching. Arrival's something that you can just sit and look at for hours on a sandy beach in whatever country you're in. Still a good number of people out here. They got their tents, so I wonder what time the tent is possible. 안녕하세요. 이 텐트 몇 시까지 가능해요?
네.
텐트. 오늘 밤에 앉아요, 맞아요?
예?
오늘 밤에 잘 거예요?
예.
여기에서 잘 거예요? 가능해요? 텐트? 개인 텐트 맞아요?
예, 여기. 오케이.
가능해요?
예,
잘
가능해요.
수 있어요?
예, 잘 수 있어요, 여기.
얼마예요?
얼마 없어, 돈.
진짜?
예.
just 그냥
제로.
zero.
머니 제로. 머니 제로.
내일 아침 같이 가능해요?
예, 아침까지 가능해요.
오케이,
예.
좋아요. 아니, 이 길에서 주차 가능해요?
예, 주차 여기 대원디.
오케이, 감사합니다.
여기 마이차.
My 차, 오케이, yeah. Alright, 좋아요.
네, 좋아요.
Well, there you go. I'm sleeping on the beach. I'm sleeping on the beach. But actually that seems to be a bit too bright, so I presume that I can sleep down a little bit farther down on the beach. So anyways, I guess that clears that up. I was thinking that you couldn't sleep on the beach, but we're gonna give it a shot. See you at the car. Well, I guess we'll find out if this is legal or not, but so far so good. Not a lot of people out down on this end of the beach. The light is kind of bright, but I think they'll probably turn it off around 10 o'clock. I'm gonna catch some sleep. I'm gonna be waking up early in the morning, and my battery's about dead. So this was day one, and I'll post this video separately from the others. So I'm gonna start tomorrow, video 2. Thanks for joining me. This is Stephen, Walker in the Woods, Walker on the Beach, coming at you from Maliponia, South Korea. Night night.